It's What's Trending with Jimenita Swain and the Bahama Beauty at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas from Studio A. It all starts right now.
Hello and welcome everyone. You're tuned into the ultimate destination for all things lifestyle, entertainment, and everything in between. I'm Jimenita Swain and you're watching What's Trending, the show where we bring you the latest trends, hottest news, and insider tips on living your best life. Whether you're here for fashion, food, fitness, or the latest buzz from social media, we've got you covered. Let's dive in. Prayers continue for ailing Pope Francis. In fact, thousands have gathered in St. Peter's Square praying for the pontiff. Those prayers expressing sorrow for his suffering, hope for his recovery, and gratitude for efforts to steer the Catholic Church in new directions. Despite being in a critical condition in hospital with pneumonia and mild kidney failure, Pope Francis has carried out work duties, including approving individuals for canonization. After 11 days in hospital, the 88-year-old Francis is showing slight improvements in his condition. Well, this is not something you see every day, but some drug mules are getting more clever. One Colombian national was recently arrested for trying to smuggle drugs under his toupee. He was arrested while boarding a flight from Cartagena to Amsterdam. The weight contained 19 cocaine capsules, a shipment valued at more than $12,000. Authorities say the suspect was arrested and faces crimes of trafficking, manufacturing, and carrying narcotic substances. And today celebrates a sweet treat I think we all love. It's National Chocolate Covered Nut Day. That recognizes the delicious and crunchy snack drizzled, covered, dunked, or smothered in chocolate. The possibilities are endless with so many different types of nuts and chocolate combinations. Both chocolates and nuts can be good for you. Dark chocolate possesses a substantial amount of antioxidants, while the nuts contain essential fatty acids and linolenic acids. Get this, the first chocolate-covered peanut candy was Goobers, originally sold in 1925, and one of the more recognized chocolate-covered nuts are the M&Ms. As for what's coming up in today's show, learn more about obesity and its impact in the Bahamas and getting you on the road to a healthier life. That and so much more after the break. Stay with us.
Keeping you in the know, keeping you in the know. God, that's good enough to eat, that is good to grow. It's good enough to eat, that is good to grow.
In kitchens across the Bahamas, the fiery kick of goat peppers is a familiar taste. But for Chantel Ferguson, it's the heart of a growing business. Sourcing these vibrant peppers from local farmers, she crafts rich, flavorful spices and sauces that bring the essence of the islands to every dish.
Kind of like I stumbled across dealing with the goat pepper. Basically, one day I made some sauce, and I sent them to my brother, gave him a little sauce that I make that I normally. Like we all have a way of preserving our peppers, so I just sent a little bit of it with him, and he called me back. He was like, "Hey, where you get that sauce from?" He's like, "That bad." He's like, "What you talking about? That's just a little something that I do just to preserve the peppers so they don't go bad." He's like, "You need them after that."
What started as a passion for bold flavors has now turned into a brand that's catching the attention of quite a number of Bahamians. With every bottle and jar, Ferguson isn't just selling heat. She's bottling the essence of Bahamian tradition, one pepper at a time.
A lot of people ask me, well, why goat pepper? I love my country, love being a Bahamian, and I just feel like we're losing too much of ourselves, and like because goat pepper is something that's ours. Since I got started in the business, I understand also that goat pepper is gradually becoming extinct. And I would want to keep something that's ours for as long as I possibly can.
And her products aren't just regular sauces and powders. Ferguson continues to push the limits by adding peppers in unlikely places.
So my customer favorites are basically like the candies. What I did, I took the traditional Bahamian Benny peanut and coconut cake and added a gourmet twist on it with goat pepper. And then also the lime and pepper seasoning. That's everything you basically need in one packet for your seafood. But basically in our household, we use it on everything from seafood to chicken. We use it on vegetables. We use it on fruit. So yeah, and then also the hot sauces. Those are basically the favorites.
So if you're interested in trying any of Ferguson's products, head on over to Facebook and Instagram for more details. Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
For over half a century, we've been more than just an airline. We've been a bridge, connecting families, dreams, and memories across the islands and beyond. Behind every seat sold and every journey planned, there's a dedicated team committed to making air travel affordable and accessible to everyone. At Bahamas Air, we're not just building connections, we're building a safe and dependable airline where quality service is paramount and an excellent travel experience is our priority. Wherever you're going, we're here to take you there with care, with heart, and with the promise of unforgettable journeys. We are family, and just like family, we're committed to taking care of our own. Your Bahamas Air is our Bahamas Air, because here at Bahamas Air, we don't just fly here, we live here.
Obesity is a significant public health concern in the Bahamas, with recent data indicating that nearly half of the adult population is affected. A report by the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization revealed that over 45% of Bahamian adults are classified as obese, a rate approximately 3 times higher than the global average of 15.8%. In studio to discuss the problem and shed light on possible solutions is former Minister of Health and cardiologist Dr. Dwayne Sands. Welcome to What's Trending, Dr. Sands.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great having you here. So the state of obesity is certainly a growing concern. How would you respond to the issue and the challenges we face in the country?
Unfortunately, we are the poster child, the population I'm talking about, for overweight and obesity, not just in Latin America and the Caribbean, but unfortunately almost in the world. We're among the heaviest, fluffiest people in the world, okay? Now, Bahamians don't like to claim that because, you know, well, I ain't big, you know, I just big bone, you know?
Just a little, just slight, but it's more than slight.
But I still look good.
You got to be healthy.
And that is the challenge, that there are problems associated with being overweight or obese. And we are paying a horrible price in this country, horrible price.
So give us some examples of what that price tag looks like.
Well, you see a tremendous amount of diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease. Some cancers are associated with obesity, sleep apnea. There's a number of problems specifically due to overweight and obesity, but it also complicates the care of many other problems. Arthritis, spine disease, and so on and so forth.
So what do you think are the main contributing factors of this obesity problem we have in the country?
I think we have fundamentally a nutrition problem. Okay. And, you know, a belly full is not necessarily healthy. And so when you are forced to eat whatever's there, and you can only afford some noodles and some hot dog or things that are carbohydrate laden, or you have a hankering for something sweet, it piles up. And a lot of people think that this is about choice. After a while, your brain gets reset, your pancreas gets reset, your stomach gets reset, your intestine gets reset, and it just keeps going and going and going. And there are very few people who can control their weight. It is something that once the brain is reset, you're going to just keep going and going and going.
So with such a, I guess, global problem that's having a major impact on our healthcare system here, what do we need to be focusing on? What do we need to do?
So first of all, we got to claim the problem. And when you see that 80% of our women are overweight or obese, and 60% of our men, give or take, are overweight or obese, 52% of women are obese. And you mentioned in your introduction the international average is 1/3 of that number. So once you claim it, then we ought to have a national strategy that looks at how do we incorporate healthy lifestyles. That's diet and exercise. And with the busy life that we lead, we have to be very intentional about this. And given the fact that when you go in the food store, everything seems to be outrageously expensive.
Definitely out of reach for many.
Especially when you're talking about the healthy fruits, vegetables. Many of us are allergic to exercise. And
That's crazy, but it's true.
I will get hot, I don't want to get sweaty. Too dark, too dangerous. People just drive bad on the road. All of these things are true, but we certainly need as a country to incorporate healthy lifestyles. Failing that, then we have to medicate or operate ourselves out of this problem. And I mention the word medication because they're now effective medical tools, albeit very expensive. So you may have heard of drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy and so on and so forth that work, but $600, $700 a month and up.
That's a big pill, a big price.
That's a big price, even though in the long run, it will save money. We had the unfortunate necessity to intervene on a young person this weekend with a catastrophic complication of high blood pressure. And a one-day stay in hospital was $90,000.
Wow.
One day. Okay? And so when you understand the price that people are paying, whether in stroke, heart attack, heart failure, etc., from overweight, obesity, and the complications thereof, this is a serious conversation that we have to be having.
You mentioned Ozempic, and I know a lot of people are interested in Ozempic and getting on it and the benefits of it, but also there are side effects of it as well. So how do we balance that out? I mean, we want people to do it the, I would say, old-fashioned way in terms of exercising, and like you say, exercise and diet, but some people want the shortcut way. While it works, there are also some drawbacks to it. What do you say to those persons who are considering or moving towards that direction to bring some kind of balance to it?
Put it like this. As a country, we will not be able to afford the complications of the lifestyle choices that we have made. And quite frankly, efforts to control your weight by controlling your diet because of the reset of the brain, not successful in more than 90 to 95% of people. And so we are going to have to invest, and I don't have any stock in any of these companies, okay? They have been shown to reduce the risk of heart disease, kidney failure, etc. And the side effect profile that people talk about, and there are some significant side effects, but they are a joke compared to the side effects of overweight and obesity. And while every single therapy that exists out there has some problems, right now as a country, because we are so far ahead of everybody else as far as the numbers of us that are overweight or obese, that we should be leading the charge in terms of adopting these things that actually work. And I would suggest that this becomes a public health provided therapy.
Now, February is also Heart Month, so how do we keep our heart healthy? You mentioned that as I guess, an effect as well due to obesity. So how do we focus on our heart a little bit better?
Well, it's the same formula. Eating right and exercising, having a healthy approach to life, picking your relationships well, getting enough rest, getting enough sleep, trying to avoid situations that are going to stress you out. All of these are types of things that would help. Because heart disease in the Bahamas is significant, and whether you're talking about coronary artery disease and heart attacks, or in particular now heart failure, in large part from high blood pressure and the impact of having that massive elevation of blood pressure and the heart having to beat against it. After a while, young people in their 30s and 40s, their heart just starts to wear out. And so we find ourselves right now seeing younger and younger and younger people who can barely walk across the room without huffing and puffing. And their heart, which ordinarily squeezes out 60 to 70% of the volume of the blood that's in it with each beat, 20%, 15%. And I've seen some people in their 20s. We see more people now going even towards devices to help the heart to work better. Some that have gone on to artificial hearts and heart transplants. And that's an increasing challenge in the Bahamas. I just spoke to somebody yesterday who is unfortunately on the road towards a heart transplant.
So much to focus on, but we know that February is also the month of love, and so some people may question, can we actually be injured or die from a broken heart? You mentioned in terms of choosing the right relationships a few minutes ago, you don't want to be stressed out, but is that a thing as a cardiologist?
Unfortunately it is.
Really?
And they say you ain't live until someone break your heart, eh?
Unfortunately.
But and most times you survive, although you're pretty badly scarred. But sadly, the shock, the intense emotional overload can actually be fatal in some instance.
No, that's scary to think about.
It is a testament to how deeply we love and how deeply we feel. And sometimes the grief can be so overwhelming that people actually don't survive. It's a real phenomenon.
So overall, if you had to sum up for our viewers this whole issue or challenge that we've been having with obesity, heart disease, what would be your key message for them to keep in their mind as they age, as they move forward? Because like you say, if you're seeing younger patients that are dealing with heart disease issues, obesity, whatever it is, what is that message you want to drive home to them that they need to keep in mind to be healthy and to avoid, if possible, some of these very serious issues?
I think it's very important for us to be honest with ourselves. Close the door, get naked, stand in front of the mirror and look, okay? And, we have a cultural thing about being solid. And I'm not trying to get into fat shaming at all. But you should get on the scale, know your numbers. When your body mass index hits 25, you are overweight. When your body mass index hits 30, you are obese. Okay? And you could pretty it up all you want. That comes with health challenges. And those health challenges will kill you. This ain't no game. All right? Now, you don't have to be skinny to be healthy. You don't even have to be normal weight to be healthy. But the more weight you put on, the more likely you are to develop the complications that destroy lives. And the last 10 years of the lives of most Bahamians, and this is data from our STEP survey, is spent in ill health. So you may survive longer, but you're not enjoying it.
And these are things that you can do to improve the quality of your life.
Amen.
In the late ages.
Amen. Take it very seriously.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Sands. Definitely good information that we all can benefit from, and hopefully our viewers take it to heart and do what they need to do to make adjustments where necessary.
Thank you for the invitation.
appreciated. Well, stay with us. There's so much more after the break.
Hi, I'm Brent Burrows, Vice President of Retail and Sales at CBS Bahamas and the CBS Pro Store. Not only do we guarantee the best prices on all your favorite building materials, but we're proud to offer the best delivery program in all of Nassau. Whether you buy one box of screws or a truckload of plywood, island-wide delivery is just $5. And for our Family Island customers, we're proud to offer complimentary drop-off to the mailboat of your choice. Visit us today at the CBS Pro Store on Robinson Road and check out our website to set up your next delivery.
This year, your best year yet. Education is the key to success, and the University of the West Indies Global Campus Bahamas is your partner in success. Take a course that increases your value in a matter of weeks, or get that degree you've been dreaming of with convenient online learning. Visit us at global.uwi.edu/Bahamas, call 323-6593, or WhatsApp 456-6687 today.
Blessings gonna find me.
What? You don't know what TDC is? Tourism Development Corporation?
You mean the Ministry of Tourism?
No, that ain't the same thing, but the Tourism Development Corporation helps develop and grow behemoth businesses in the tourism industry. You heard what they say, Mike? Oh, yeah. Develop and grow. You don't know what all the things they do?
What does do?
Hey, check the website, boy.
Start your journey to ownership of our #1 industry today. Log on to tdcbahamas.com.
As we promote healthy lifestyles, here's a look at exercises and how you can get on the road to improved health. Exercise has a wide range of benefits for both physical and mental health. Some of the key advantages are that it helps to improve heart health by reducing the risk of heart disease. It lowers blood pressure and improves circulation. It also aids in weight management by helping to burn calories and maintain a healthy weight. Exercise can also assist in strengthening muscles and bones, boost immunity by enhancing the immune system and help fight off illnesses. Additionally, it improves flexibility and balance and reduces the risk of falls and injuries, especially as you age. Do you know that exercise can also enhance lung function and increase oxygen capacity and endurance? Also, it can reduce the risk of chronic diseases, lowers the chance of developing diabetes, stroke, and some cancers. Listen up for those individuals under stress and anxiety. Exercise releases the feel-good hormones that improve the mood and reduces the chance of developing some cancers. So if you are having issues sleeping, it can also help regulate sleep patterns and combat insomnia. So why not take time out of your busy schedule and find the time for a little exercise? It goes a long way to improve your health. It's time to get out there and get moving. We'll have more after the break. Stay with us.
Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we have been in Exuma now for the past 4 years, carrying out our paving program. A part of our company's philosophy is producing work to international standards. So when you look at our paving division, we have a state-of-the-art lab to do all of our testing in-house, as well as a state-of-the-art asphalt plant with a trained technician carrying out the work on that site. The overarching goal of our company is to produce the work that we're doing in the entire Bahamas to international standards. We also make a difference by the training of our staff. We have a very intensive training program going on to where we are teaching young men how to learn the art of striping. Being a young man myself, I've made mistakes in the past. I was given a second chance to better my life, and it's only fitting that we pass it along. What's important for us is giving them a second chance for them to get a skill and a career that could take them further in life.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian Tangs, and if you got tangs to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting TingsyBahamas.com.
Here at Immigration Care Service, you can trust us, especially if you have experienced issues or problems with the U.S. immigration at the borders. We'll do our best to provide options and solutions to immigration roadblocks, so travelers can continue visiting the U.S. and residents can continue living their lives in the U.S. without worries. The best part? Our services are affordable and accessible. Take the mystery, confusion, and fear out of your immigration concerns. Contact Immigration Care Service today.
Today is Let's All Eat Right Day, but you might be wondering what's the story behind this special day and why is it so important? It was created in honor of Dr. John T. Langley, a pioneer in nutrition who believed that healthy eating is the foundation of a long and vibrant life. Back in the early 1900s, Dr. Langley worked tirelessly to teach people how vital it is to nourish their bodies with whole, nutrient-packed foods. Additionally, today also marks the birthday of Adele Davis, a famous nutritionist, author, and game changer in the nutrition movement throughout the 1900s. You've probably heard it said, eat breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and dinner like a pauper. Well, this wise adage can be credited to Davis herself. So why is Let's All Eat Right Day important? In today's world, with processed foods and fast meals on the rise, it's easy to forget the power of simple, wholesome ingredients. Eating right isn't just about fueling our bodies, it's about making choices that benefit our long-term health, boost our energy, and help prevent chronic diseases. By celebrating today, we honor Dr. Langley's and Davis's message. It's a reminder to pay attention to what goes on our plate. Whole grains, colorful vegetables, fruits, and lean proteins, they all work together to keep us feeling our best. And here's the best part. Eating right can be fun. You don't have to sacrifice flavor for health. Experiment with new recipes, try new flavors, and find joy in foods that fuel you. So today, celebrate by making a healthy choice, whether it's adding more greens, trying a new dish, or just committing to a balanced meal. It's all about taking small steps towards eating right. Let's all eat right, not just today, but every day for a healthier, happier future. You're watching What's Trending. Stay with us.